How are you? Hopefully you're doing good today. So, I got my package in the mail from Tatibeauty, so I figured I'd go ahead and sit down and review it for you guys. So I ordered it the day it launched. It was $18 with like almost $3 shipping, I believe. And it actually shipped or was being sent to a warehouse to be sent out the same day I purchased it, which I thought was amazing considering she did restock her palette and then had this launch. But nonetheless, it was here. Today's Monday, by the way, so got it pretty fast. And yeah, I believe that's it. I guess if you don't know what it is, it's pretty much a makeup like a makeup puff. So it just came in this flat like bubble envelope. I haven't opened it. I was waiting to open it on camera. Alright, so inside we have my order summary here and then the packaging. I will say I like how it is very sleek, very simple, not a lot of wasted packaging. I really appreciate that. So here is what the front looks like, and then here is what the back looks like. So it has the cleaning instructions, so you can machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag, or gently hand wash in warm soapy water. Rinse thoroughly and blot dry. Do not bleach, do not dry clean. 100% polyester, and it says no harsh lines. XO Tati. So inside you get two puffs. You get the bigger one and then a smaller one that is shaped like a heart. So for like comparison, this is the sizes. I will say they are extremely soft. I love soft textures, and seems to fit fairly well in my hand. And then for this, you know, fits good. So the general concept, if you did not watch her video, I will have it hopefully linked down below or somewhere, so you can go and check it out, because I feel like she does better explaining her own product. But essentially, this one, the bigger one, can be used whenever you do your actual sit down makeup routine. You're supposed to be able to use your liquids, your powders, you know, you'll be able to use your primers, this kind of stuff. And so it's pretty much almost universal makeup tool. And as far as the smaller one, this one's meant to, like, you know, use as touch-ups if you want to pop it in your purse or what have you, and touch up throughout the day. Apparently this is supposed to be good, you know, to fix up fine lines, maybe if you need a little extra powdering. So that's what this one is meant for. I will say the only thing I get throughout the day really is my smile lines here will definitely come through in just about every foundation. So I do tend to, like, you know, just naturally do this without thinking about the oils on my fingers disrupting it. But other than that, I think it's pretty different. I feel like, yes, obviously a puff isn't revolutionary. A lot of brands do have stuff like this, but the concept of it is, I think, different. So, okay. So I'm just going to use my normal products: foundation, concealer, powder. Everything else I put on my face will be listed down in the description below. I just wanted to use what I'm familiar with, so I know it's not one thing or the other. I know how these products perform, I know how they wear, and I want to give this a good opportunity to do its thing. So I'm going to go in with my NARS Creamy Radiant Foundation, like my holy grail. I know how this works and will give this the best opportunity. And I've already done my skincare and moisturizer and all that stuff. I'm not going to bother doing it with a primer, even though she said you could. So let's go in. I'm not sure if she, like, put it on her face or on here, or if she used one of those, like, containers or like trays that you can put your foundation on. I'm not sure how she did it. So I'm just going to put some on a puff, I guess kind of like you would a beauty blender. So I'm going to start with that much. That's about a pump, a little over a pump, and see how this applies. And I didn't wet it, by the way. So I'm just going to start. Alright, so far it seems to be spreading like it usually, about as far as it usually does with that amount of product. Doesn't look like it's taking up the coverage or like soaking it in. I'm going to apply it to this half here, and then I'll get a little bit closer so you can kind of see what it's looking like from side to side. Okay, so this is half of my face applied using the Blendiful, and I will say I'm having problems like around my nose here getting it to really get in the curvature. Not saying I don't know if it's because of like the puff in my finger, or if it's just the foundation, or if it's just my nose and it being so finicky. I don't know, I just feel like maybe it's sitting a little weird like on my nose. Maybe it's just me. And like a little bit here. I mean, I'm not going to like sugarcoat it or like be biased, because you know I enjoy watching her videos, but because I want to be honest and let you guys choose whether you want to spend your money or not. But I mean, it doesn't look bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you like tell? So I think what I'm going to do, and do like maybe a comparison, it's not really a comparison because they're two totally different things, but I think I'm going to use my makeup sponge on this side just to kind of see if it's just my mind like playing tricks on me, or if it's just the puff itself. But I figure that might be a good comparison to do it how I normally would with the makeup sponge and how I'm doing it with the puff, and see maybe if there's a difference. I don't know if that will really help, but we'll see. Okay, so I got my flower beauty flower sponge thing wet, and I'm going to apply 2 pumps, which to be fair, these don't do as much as a typical foundation drop, but I'm just going to spread this out. Alright, so now I finished applying the foundation with a sponge on this side, and here's again what the other side looks like. I don't know, is it just me, or does it feel like, maybe I should back away. Does it feel like it might be a little bit more heavier on this side than this side? Or is that just like in my head? So I think I'm going to take this and kind of just dab over this side. Alright, so I feel like that kind of helps a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head. Maybe when I play back the footage I can like maybe see, maybe you guys can see it, I don't know. But you can also apply your concealer with this. So I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to apply. And I don't want to over apply it because I feel like it doesn't absorb as much product, obviously. But I want to get a good idea. So I'm just going to use that same corner that I used my foundation on. Okay, and just because we use a beauty blender on this, or a makeup sponge, I'm just going to use the same one and blend it out just to kind of get an idea. I feel like comparison videos are always pretty helpful, at least for me, so hopefully this can kind of give you an idea if you're like a makeup sponge connoisseur. I feel like I can't really get into the corner here. Alright, I'm going to again zoom you in to kind of get an idea of what it is looking like right now. Alright, so this is what my under eye is looking like. See, like right here in like the corner, I feel like I can't really get it in there, or maybe like my nose is just that finicky. But hopefully you can kind of see where I can't really get it. And like here, it kind of rubbed off a little bit of the foundation and concealer, so it's a little bit bare right there, I feel like. And then this is how my under eye is looking on this side. That's my forehead. And then down here on my chin, let's have a look. I don't know, I just feel like it looks a little bit more like drier. I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't even know if you can see anything, but I will say so far I'm not completely hating it. I feel like maybe it's just like a learning curve. The only thing that concerns me is the powder. I do have dry skin, so I'm kind of scared of how this is going to look, but nonetheless, I'm going to be using my handy dandy Revlon Candid powder, and let's see how this goes. Alright, so I'm just going to take the corner of, or like the little side of the puff here. I mean, I'm just going to pick up like the smallest and kind of like shake it a little bit, because I do not like a lot of powder. And I think I'm going to start here and to my nose, and then work it up under my eye, just so I don't get a whole lot of powder under there. Okay, so I will say it almost looked like I didn't have any powder on, but I can feel it. So that's a good sign. It doesn't look like I over powdered. So I'm going to take just a little bit more and put it under my eye. Okay, definitely liking it for the powder, that's for sure. So I'm just going to use it again to powder the other side. Doing the same thing I did on the other side. And then anywhere else I put the concealer, I'm just going to take a small amount. Okay, so I just zoomed you in here to get a look at what it looks like when I have everything, foundation, concealer, and some powder. I feel like it looks pretty good. I really like it for the powder. To be honest with you, I don't know about anything else, but this is how I am looking. Alright, so I'm going to jump off camera, do the rest of my makeup real quick, and then come back for my final thoughts. Okay guys, so final thoughts. Do I think it's worth it? I think it just depends on you, which I know is such a cop-out, but really, I think Will I use it? Yes. Will I use it for like foundation and concealer? No, probably not. Do I like it for the powder? Yes. I actually really like using it to apply my powder. Um, I know she talked about in her video, sorry if you can hear a train, I know she talked about in her video that, you know, this is kind of the genre of like professional makeup artists and, you know, that kind of stuff, and she wants to bring it to her audience and the public and show that it's not that scary, and, you know, obviously paraphrasing, but I think that me being just an everyday consumer might not necessarily want to use it every single day. I don't know. Maybe it could be because we have completely different skin types. I think she's pretty combo, I believe, but I'm very dry, so maybe this kind of thing just really isn't something my skin type can do, just because it's not something that soaks up that extra product. I don't know what it may be, but maybe that could be it. But I don't know, hopefully I can kind of use it a little bit more and let you guys know what my final decision is, but right now I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know if I would, you know, tell my mom to go out and buy it tomorrow. Not that she would, because she's not a big makeup person, but that's just kind of where I'm sitting at right now. Do I regret buying it? No. Will I use it? Yes. Do I think you should buy it? Again, I think that's something you should kind of take in consideration, is your everyday makeup routine, your skin type, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't think you have to be like amazingly skilled to use it. I just think it's something that's going to take practice to use. So like I said, I'm going to continue to use it, work with it, see, you know, with stick types and different primers, different foundations. Maybe it's just the foundation, maybe it's just not something that, you know, could be used with that. I don't know. But I will definitely play around with it for you guys and give you a final like update. And so I'm just gonna kind of leave that to final thought with you guys, and let me know down below, did you purchase it? Were you thinking about purchasing it? Let me know down below. I want to get your all's thoughts about this. I'm not doing it to bash her. Like I said, I watch her videos. I have nothing against her. I really do enjoy watching her. So it's definitely not coming from any place of hate. It's just coming from a place of how I experienced it today. And yeah. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.